Greetings and the brightest of blessings, my friends. Holistic Holly here for a tarot reading for the collective for the week ahead, and generally just an energy update and a check in to see how everyone is doing. I hope you're well. We've had a bit of a turbulent few days. We had a very powerful full moon and eclipse on Friday, on the 10th of January. So I hope you all sailed through that with ease and grace. And if not, I hope whatever was churned up for you, that you've worked through it, that you've released it. It's been a very powerful time for the final letting go of the things that we didn't want to carry forward with us into the new year, the new decade, for really kind of setting intentions for clearing and cleansing, for cutting cords and just releasing whatever's holding us back, what is no longer serving us. It's been a bit of an emotional few days in my household. My little ones are very sensitive to the moon. I have had a bit of a up and down within myself, but very much staying the observer. Things that were coming up for me, I have to say, were things from a long time ago that were just kind of popping into my awareness, popping into the forefront of my mind, and making me actually really aware of how far I've come. Things that before would have perhaps made me feel insecure, really kind of embarrassed, or just like that horrible feeling you get when things come to your memory that are just not very nice. I guess I would have been very self-deprecating, perhaps quite critical and judgmental of myself, for the person that I was a long time ago. And I have found it interesting, to say the least, that I haven't been emotionally engaged in these emotional memories. So I hope that you've had a similar kind of recognition, and just a pat on the back and a little nod from the universe, from your spirit team, to say well done, look how far you've actually come. So yeah, without any further ado, on that note, if you have any questions on that, do feel free to send them my way, and also about any of the themes about, releasing the emotions, ditching what's no longer serving you, and all of that kind of stuff. These may be new concepts to you if you're new to my channel or new to the spiritual way of life. But if these are concepts that you're familiar with, but there's certain things that are sticking, feel free to message me, and I'll be more than happy to give you some tips and suggestions for some self-help tools, some self-love, self-care advice, and as well as some of the magic spiritual healing tools for release. So let's just see. I've shuffled the cards. This one is jumping to my attention. Okay, rather perfectly. The light is very weird here today, so sorry about that. So the card we have for this week is the Star. Very, very poignant, actually. I'm going to hold that up so you can have a look at that a little bit longer, if I can get it without the light reflecting on there. Isn't she a beauty? Isn't this a beautiful, beautiful card? And this is very much, this has come up a lot, actually. I've done quite a few readings this week, and this has come up for a lot of people. Very, very interesting. And this is about rising up a new person after things that have happened to you, after the pain, the devastation, the trauma, the conflict, the endings, the catastrophes, the breaking away of things. This is the rising up out of that, very much the phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay, and it's rising up in authenticity, shining radiantly your light out to the world. It's being unapologetically you, unafraid to be yourself, to show the world who you are and who you've become as a result of what you've been through, in a way that really triggers that kind of reaction and that revolution, if you like, within others. Now, if we're looking at this as on like an individual, like looking at this on a personal level, then you are very much now finding your power, finding your voice, realizing the power that this carries on beautifully from the reading last week, really recognizing the power that has come from the experiences that you have been through, the lessons that you've had, the wisdom that you've gained from that, the strength that you've gained from that, and also the confidence in realizing that actually you're made of tougher stuff than you thought, right? So exciting times, looking at this more on a global kind of collective level. We have been going through a time of devastation, on environmental level, absolutely, politically. Oh my goodness, yes, what a calamity, what a catastrophe, all over the place. Okay. There are some crazy things going on the world stage right now, and I'm not going to go into that, but know that the close of this eclipse, season that we had on Friday, it would have been bringing about a lot of revelations, okay? A lot of things coming to light. Like I said, on a personal level, for a lot of people, realizing things perhaps they weren't quite aware of, recognizing things, seeing things in a different way, reframing things, looking at things from a different perspective. But it can be a coming to light of truths, okay? And a real shifting underneath what's going on, underneath the facade of things, okay? So what that could mean on a global scale, on a political scale, on a government scale, on the powers that be kind of thing. There's stuff that we're not necessarily going to be aware of yet that has happened behind the scenes, okay? And so this could very much be the switch, the switch of power, the flick, the domino has been tipped, if you like. So the star rising up, it's like, right, it's a re-emergence, a coming together of hope, of optimism, and really, the things that I've talked about before, more on like a conscientious, objective, a conscious consumerism type thing, sacred activism, where people are actually, standing by their morals and changing the way they spend their money, changing the choices that they make in their lives, really rallying together, and people are taking a stand up against what isn't right. Last week in the reading I talked about legacy and what we're leaving behind, and this is a carry on from that. It's like, right, let's rise up, let's be this phoenix rising from the ashes. This is our world, and it's the world that we leave for our children and their children, so let's rally together and make a change. People have had enough of being treated like mugs and idiots, and really for the people in power not speaking on their behalf. And I know it sounds like contradictory to say that from the catastrophe that's just recently happened in British politics, but isn't that going to trigger some people? I don't care if it does, to be honest. But know that, the time is now. If you feel afraid, don't worry, feel the fear and do it anyway. What's that expression? Speak the truth even if your voice shakes. Now's the time to rise up and be this star, emerging from the rubble, emerging from the emotions, the tears that have been shed, rising up wild and free and fierce and ready to take on the world and your life, and make it the life you want, the world you want. Make it all shiny and new, and be prepared for the seeds that you've been planting, the ideas that you have to take root and start growing and emerging. And I'm excited for it all. So I hope this has resonated with you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me this week, guys. If you've enjoyed it, please leave me a comment, please give me a heart, a like, a share, or don't forget to subscribe if you follow me on YouTube. I'm at holistic_Holly on Instagram, Holly's Holistic Healing on Facebook. If you want to know more about working one-to-one with me, attending some of my workshops and classes, or anything like that, please just get in touch. I would love to help you in any way that I can. And until next week, my friends, with love, light, and so many blessings, I shall speak to you soon. Bye for now.